welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. Today is Monday, August 12th. Tonight on the show, we have another installment of Dialog with Leadership, so I'm here with Dr. McCarthy. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, thank you very much for the invitation.
So, what I want to talk to you about is the new Southfields development, which we heard about a couple of weeks ago. The town of Elkton announced a $700 million planned use development for 650 acres between Route 40 and Frenchtown Road. The proposed plan includes residential, retail, industrial, and recreational use space. So can you tell us a bit about the non-residential spaces, what you think we can expect? Should we maybe another?
Well, I think they're going to dedicate approximately 50 to 60 acres towards creature comforts, recreational facility, baseball, soccer, lacrosse, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So it'll be well occupied, and it'll provide outdoor activities for the citizens that move into town. The rest of it will be, they plan for 250 acres of industrial. Trammell Crow, a large industrial developer, will basically is in the process of getting new clients to come there and build buildings for them. There will also be about 120 acres of high-end residential and also apartments, high-end apartment buildings, which will basically house the people that get the jobs at these industrial facilities. Approximately maybe 15 to 30 acres of commercial high-class restaurants, venues, movie theaters, things of that nature, and another part of it will be recreational facilities. The recreational facilities will be on, I'm going to say, the right-hand side of the road heading south, which will go all the way down to the Elk River.
Okay.
And probably a big marina development complex too, but that'll probably be later in this development stage. This thing will probably be a build-out in between 7 and 12 years.
Right. So with all of these new homes and jobs, obviously they will likely come with new students in Cecil County Public Schools.
Yes, that's correct.
So a lot of this development will impact the Bohemia Manor area of the school district. How will the county and the town of Elkton work to prepare for the influx of students in these schools?
What they need to do is just sit down and have a planning meeting and see how well the development's going, see how quick the houses are being taken down, and also basically see where we have allocations. I believe right now that Elkton High School could handle probably a number of hundred more students. Bohemia Manor is probably at capacity, but they could reapportion how the students or where the boundaries are for the different geographic regions. And also, we could possibly expand a school or even create another school. I mean, I can't speak to those issues without knowing exactly what's happening, but these things, this is just normal planning activities.
Right. How far out do, I know that the schools will project some number of years into the future for their anticipated student population. But we have about 10 years for all of these students to arrive in the schools. So how far in advance do they have to plan?
Well, if it were me, I'd start planning probably within the next 2 to 3 years. I mean, as we speak right now, I mean, this is going to take a long period of time to develop it. We really don't know how quick it's going to happen. And also, there's many economic things we really don't know at this particular time, whether or not we're going to go to another recession, if we'll still have a robust economy. And right now, recently, I mean, our school population in Cecil County has been going down, not going up. In a lot of ways, this would be a very, very good opportunity for Cecil County Public Schools because the educational process is better when we have a booming population as opposed to a decreasing population.
Right, and probably as far as state funding as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because their funding is predicated on the number of students. If we have declining population, we get less money.
Right. So switching gears a bit, routes 213 and Route 40 are already very busy. I believe it's 20,000 and 30,000 vehicles respectively drive on those roads, and a traffic study has yet to be conducted, so we don't really know what the impact of this development could be on those roads and other surrounding local roads. But what options do we have to ease potential congestion?
Basically put in more lanes. We could possibly have 2 lanes south and 2 lanes north. The choke point would be at the Chesapeake City Bridge, and the thing is we're going to do a study to see when that should be improved or basically changed or added to. But these items are way down the road yet.
Right.
I mean, this was just announced. This is all within the town of Elkton. It could very possibly be that it's not going to develop as quick as we think it is.
Right.
So basically everything right now is plans. These are proposed plans, but they can change depending on circumstances and how things develop.
Yeah, and it sounds like there will be lots of opportunity for the public to weigh in.
And that's the most important thing, is to bring and incorporate the public right now in the decisions that are being made moving forward. Because once again, we're here representing the citizens, not making our own decisions. But we're creating opportunities, jobs, and hopefully a more vibrant and active community.
Before this was announced, housing starts were already showing a significant increase in Cecil County. I believe as of June 30th, 160 residential building permits had been filed with the county. And so at that pace, we could see at least 300 by the end of the year.
I'm hoping so.
Now that we have the proposed Southfields development and the jobs that will come along with it, do you think conditions are such that we could see more additional residential development?
Yeah, really I do, yes. Ridgely Forest, which is down off of Route 7, has been purchased, and they're developing. I think they have 200 to 300 houses they can infill there. Many of the developments, which were basically mothballed because of of a poor economy, are now coming back to life, and those houses are starting to be built and consumed and purchased. I think that we have lots of good things going on right now. We've totally redesigned the permitting process in Cecil County, so it's far easier for a developer to get a permit.
Yeah.
And it's less expensive, and most of the expenses that he does have to pay are shifted to the rear when he sells the house and not paid up front, which means that he has now money to develop the house. It used to be you had to pay the connection fees and all that up front at the time you started. Now you pay them at the end, which makes it far easier for the developers.
Just last week, we had local historian Mike Dixon on the show to talk about the historic Frenchtown area, which is right near the development site. And obviously, there's a lot of history here, but around the county. Why do you think it's so important to preserve these sites?
Well, basically, this is part of Cecil County's heritage. Cecil County, I think, was established in 1674. It's a very old county and has a very, very interesting and very, very old history. This is one of the original colony. I mean, Maryland was one of the original 13 colonies, and Cecil County was part of it. So it's very important that we maintain our cultural heritage and do things to safeguard these things for our prosperity. Posterity.
Any other updates?
No, that's about it for right now. Everything's moving along fine. We have lots of economic activity taking place in Cecil County, and hopefully a lot more to come, and it's all good. Everything's getting better.
Great. Dr. Alan McCarthy on Dialog with Leadership. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. Hopefully I'll see you again next week. Okay?
We're here in Northeast at the Unicorn Festival, and we're with Dawn Dancer. Dawn, tell us about your experiences here.
Well, I've been coming here for about 3 years, and the people here are just absolutely fabulous. The spaces here, the children, they all have a wonderful time, and most of it's no cost to anyone, so they just come here and they have fun with their families.
And this wonderful costume that you're wearing, this is all you?
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
I'm a member of the local Fairy Festival community.
Wonderful. Can we see your wings?
Absolutely.
People say she's crazy, she's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. That's one way to lose these walking blues.
Thank you so much, Dawn.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Thanks. Anita, please tell us about your business.
Thank you. Yeah, my husband and I, we have a small business. It's a safari rental. We do clown show. I do the clown part, and my husband does the DJ. And we have the moon bouncers, the cotton candy, many things. We love to party, so that way we be every weekend partying.
Great. And are you having a fun time here in Northeast?
Yes, I love my job, so I enjoy every event that I'm part of, and I love this event. This is really nice.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Eddie, you're the ranger here. Are these your horses?
Yeah, they are both my horses today. This is Horny and Uni.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm guessing, in fact, they're not yours.
No, they're not for me. Unfortunately.
You have two little girls?
I do have two little girls.
Sweet.
They're in the obstacle course right now. 5 and 7-year-old Ari and Bree. They love the unicorn quest. They love their unicorns apparently.
And are they having fun here today?
They're having a blast.
Great.
Everything's been great. Frozen yogurt's been great. Jen's new haircut with doing her nails was great. Yeah, everybody's been great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Want to get the milkshake across the street since you guys are so hot? I just want to look for the treasure.
All right, we're here at the Fairy and Unicorn Convention in Northeast. Tell us, how's it going for you, Captain?
It is a beautiful day. Unicorns, mermaids. There might be a fairy or two, and I've seen multiple pirates. So
Nice.
I feel at home here today.
Where's your favorite place to go on vacation?
My favorite place to go on vacation would be Argentina.
Right. What kind of socks are you wearing?
I think I'll be wearing Argyle socks.
And why do you never starve?
A pirate will never starve on a desert island because of all the sandwiches there.
Alrighty.
Do you know how much a pirate paid for corn?
How much?
A buccaneer. It just gets worse.
We love you.
I love you too, sir. Moses, Two Toes, Blackwater. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Loves the attention. We're here at the Northeast Unicorn Festival today. What are you doing?
Well, we're doing a lot. So this is our third annual Unicorn Quest, and basically we just line Main Street with all things unicorn, fairy, mermaid, pirate. So we've added quite a few elements this year, including our nice little fairy village that my nieces are playing in at the moment.
Nice.
And we have frozen yogurt, free ice cream, all sorts of stuff, and live unicorn, pirate, you name it, we've got it.
What's in the bag?
Oh, the bag. So when you walk around town doing all the different activities and spending money at our local merchants to support local business, we have pirate coins, unicorn gems. I mean, it's all things mystical, and that's our currency that you can trade in for raffle tickets.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Ooh, I hadn't used that one before. Thank you. I'll steal it. Tell me, big guy, are you just horsing around or what?
Just horsing around out here for the kids.
Yeah, having a good time?
Awesome time.
Do the kids love you or what?
They love it. Everybody wants a picture.
Nice.
Our brick and mortars across from Snatchers. Pretend to be me real quick.
Hi, Cecil TV here in Northeast at the Unicorn Quest with Audrey. Audrey, tell us about today.
Today, it's all about unicorns, mermaids, pirates, and anything magical and mystical here in Northeast.
I hear you have a new shop here.
We just opened up the Lucky Penny. We're down at 505 South Main Street, across from Snatchers. We just opened up 3 weeks ago.
Great, and what's that shop all about?
We have everything from handmade items, art, antiques, and new items.
Great, sounds like a great shop.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're here in Northeast with Katie. Katie, are you having fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah? What are you doing today?
I was doing challenges and getting gems.
Nice, and how many gems did you get?
I don't know, about like 23. 23
Yeah, who's this?
A unicorn floating.
Yeah, it is. Your buddy?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
We're here in the Northeast Grocers. How's business today, Hannah?
It is happening today here at the Northeast Grocer. We've been busy all day long.
I'll bet you have.
Yeah, we're doing a special today where kids' meals come with a free milkshake, and they are flying off the shelves, as they say.
Would you believe it if I told you I was a kid?
Are you a kid at heart?
Yes, I am.
I'll take that.
Welcome back to 30 at 6. I'm here with Rio LaCour and Dexter from the Sanctuary Animal Rescue right in Northeast. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, good. Thanks for having me. A little wiggle worm. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Good, everybody. Oh,
so
my goodness.
First, tell us a little bit about Sanctuary Animal Rescue. What is your focus?
Well, Sanctuary, we actually, we first started doing this back in 1989.
Oh, wow.
So we've got over 30 years of it.
Wow.
We focus mainly on feral cats, specifically on kittens, TNRs, trap, neuter, release, trying to help keep the feral populations under control.
Right.
We take in babies like Dexter here, and we kind of teach them how to know that people aren't so bad. And, get them, spay and neuter, get them their shots, make sure they're healthy, and then we try to find them forever homes.
Yeah.
So it reduces the populations that are outside.
So given that you've had so many years of experience doing this, can you speak to why the feral cat population is so large in Cecil County?
Well, to tell you the truth, there's a number of factors. We work in a lot of areas that are a lot of high turnover for rentals and so forth. And I find that when people have to make priorities, pets get kind of low on the totem pole.
Right.
And if you find yourself evicted, having to move, having to make certain choices, the pet kind of gets the short end of the stick on that one. And people think, well, the cat will be fine. They're a cat, dunk, and they put them outside because they figure they'll hunt, they'll figure it out. A cat's been raised indoors its whole life.
It's
not that easy.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
Yeah. So how do you work with, I know you work with several other organizations around the county to spay and neuter. How does that work?
Well, usually what I do is people will bring me babies. They'll call me up. They'll be like, hey, we got bottle babies or there's kittens or what have you. And sometimes we can just scoop them up. Sometimes we have to go out with humane traps. And then I'll just contact a lot of the other groups. I work with a number of veterinarians and I work with a number of other organizations. And we just kind of I go, okay, I've got 5 males and 3 females. And many of these groups, they'll have grants, they'll have, like slots for their opening where they're doing the TNRs too. And it just kind of helps add into their numbers and it helps give them the grant money. You know what I mean? If you don't use the grant money, then you lose the grant money.
Yeah.
And so it kind of helps with getting them fixed. And as I catch them, sometimes I trap for the other organizations because I'm in the areas that they aren't. So sometimes I can do that. And it's look, compared to a lot of the other ones, I'm a really small group. Like literally, my capacity is like 15 cats. Okay, as opposed to like say the SPCA, because I think they can hold a few hundred. I think if they really pushed it. So mine is kind of more of a hub of a way station than anything really long term.
But it's not, I think you mentioned earlier you've had 1,000 cats.
Oh, probably more than that if I really counted it. In 30 years, I mean, we've had a lot of cats come through, and not just cats. I mean, we've had just about everything. Name it, it's probably been to Sanctuary. We've taken dogs. We've had guinea pigs, ferrets, lizards, exotic birds, fish. I actually had a rescue aquarium once.
Oh, wow.
That was a strange story. The people got evicted, and they had a fish tank I got left behind full of fish. And the sheriff's office was nice enough to let me go in and get the fish tank. So I'd rescue fish for a while.
Were you able to rehome those, or did you keep them?
They stayed with us. They just sort of lived out their lives with us, however long little fishies live. But they did pretty good. The cats loved it, so that worked out. The only thing we don't take is livestock. Like we can't take things like horses, things like that, because we don't have the space and we don't have the licensing.
Yeah.
But again, working with other groups, I can refer people. I had a call one time for someone that wanted me to come pick up a donkey and a flock of ducks, and I'm like, I won't be doing that. But I was able to refer them over to another rescue group that was able to take them all in.
Oh, okay. That's good. Tell us about Dexter.
Well, Dexter here is about 4 months old. He came to the Sanctuary about a month ago, a little longer maybe. He was, him and his sisters, which is Holly and Molly, they came from a horse farm out in Fair Hill. They found the babies in the stables, but no mama. And so they contacted me and brought them out to me. So they've been with me and they've grown and gotten big and gotten spoiled. And they're just about old enough now to go through their spay neuters and get their shots and be ready to go. So these guys will be ready for adoption, pretty soon. And him and his sisters will be able to go to forever homes.
Great. So on that note, how can people learn more about your organization and the cats that are up for adoption?
Okay, well, we are on Facebook. We are on Facebook as the Maryland Defenders. That is kind of our umbrella sort of corp. That's what we're LLC'd as. You can look us up on Facebook as Maryland Defenders. You can also find us on Instagram as Sanctuary Animal Rescue.
Okay.
You can also follow, we have a mascot. Our mascot is Padfoot. And Padfoot has his own Facebook page. So you can always follow Padfoot, because Padfoot posts about all the little guys that come through, because Padfoot wants all the toys and all the space. So see, he figures the faster he gets these guys out of there, the better off he's going to be.
Yeah.
Don't trust him.
And do you have a website?
Yes, we do have a website. It's a really long address. I have to look at my card to remember what it is, but
best to find you on social media.
Yeah, the social media is usually the best way to get a hold of me, because I monitor the Facebook pretty frequently as well as the Instagram.
Okay, cool. So Sanctuary Animal Rescue if you're looking on Facebook or Instagram for those at home. Well, Rio, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you and Dexter. Rio LaCour runs Sanctuary Animal Rescue in Northeast.